This is Anya.
This is Tom.
And this is AudioBox. Have you got that? Do I need to say it again?
Say what again?
AudioBox.
I just think it'd be better if I could get a personal train to take me from A to B.
Tom's train.
Yeah.
Thomas the
train.
Tank Engine. Welcome back, guys. This is What Adults Don't Tell You Before You Adult with myself, Anya.
And myself, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Anya, you alright?
I'm good. So today on What Adults Don't Tell You Before You Adult, we're going to be talking about commuting on the train and life.
And life.
That you experience on your travels when you have to get on that train at 8 o'clock in the morning and 6 p.m. at night.
That is just a disgusting time to be on a train. And let me tell you, I'm not best pleased when I'm on the train at 7:10.
Especially when most of the time the weather in England is just complete rubbish. Everyone just stands there looking like they've just been told that their cat's going to have to be put down.
Wow, that's a heavy way to start episode 1, isn't it? Jeez.
So, Tom,
Yes.
what really gets on your tits at 8 o'clock, not even 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning when you get on that train?
I wish it were just the one thing. If it was the one thing, I'd have no issues. But I've just got a plethora of things. Got a small book of things that annoy me.
What's your number one? As soon as you get there,
Well,
what
as
are you
soon as I
like,
get there, I
"Ugh."
see a load of other people.
Yeah.
And I go, ugh, I'm never going to get a seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why these seats are so, precious. At the station I get on at, everyone's fighting for the seat, so they don't have to stand, obviously, for a 50-minute journey. And as soon as I see other people, I'm like,
Yeah. See, I don't know what's worse because where I am on my train line, there's it's unheard of to get a seat. All the seats are already taken. So I know already that I don't need to get my hopes up because there's not going to be any seats. Is it worse when you know that there's that potential of getting a seat?
Yeah.
So everyone's standing ready. Everyone knows when those platform doors are going to come across. They stand exactly in the same place every morning on the platform. Everyone gets their bags ready or shuffling, tying a shoelace, getting ready for that race, limbering up. And then you suddenly, doors open, everyone's
smash
like,
through.
oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where I live, the station close to where I live, is the fourth stop from where the train starts.
Yeah.
So obviously there are other people on it, and it's normally quite packed. But there's in every carriage about 2 seats. And everyone on this platform knows there's about 2 seats in each carriage. And
Who's going to be the lucky one?
Yeah. Yeah, so you have to go okay, I've got to get out the front of the queue.
Yeah. You have to know where those doors are going to open on the platform.
Which sadly I do know now.
Yeah. You have to. If you need to get that seat,
I don't need to get the seat.
Out.
That's the thing. I'm just lazy. As a 22-year-old, I should be able to stand for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
But the point is, I don't wanna.
I know.
I don't wanna, Anya.
I know. If you could sit down, then
that's the dream.
You get off to a good start if you get a seat on that train.
Damn straight. What annoys you on the trains, Anya? You got anything?
We are both very able-bodied people. Our legs work. We're young. We're apparently fit and healthy. So, yeah. People look at us and go, out of the majority of people here, you're probably the most able to stand up because you've only had 10 months of this.
So when you get a seat, do you feel watched?
Yes. And because people don't like to make eye contact on public transport, as soon as you get that seat, you look at your phone, you look at your feet, you just don't look up because those people are looking at you going, well, you little shit.
See, I'm in this position, I completely see where you're coming from. I'm in this position where if a very old lady gets on the train, she gets the seat. If a pregnant lady gets on, she gets a seat. So I look around and be able to see that badge.
Yeah.
Or a very visibly old lady.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Instead, I've got everyone else's eyes going, he doesn't need that seat. I could have that seat. And I go, oh, leave me be, I don't.
This is why I don't look up because I'm scared of that judgment looking down on me. And then when somebody who does get on the train that's pregnant or maybe more elderly than others and probably does need that seat, because I'm not looking up, because I'm so worried about these other people judging me, I don't see these people, and then they're just standing there probably looking at everyone come on, but no one wants to look up at them because they're feared that someone else is going to be looking at them. So it's just this awful game where everyone just tries to keep to themselves, and the people that need the seats don't get the seat because everyone that's sat in the seat doesn't want to look up to see if someone else needs a seat.
The other awkward game. I'm really bad at guessing people's ages.
Yeah.
Awfully bad. So if I have to say, oh, sorry, do you want my seat? And they look at me and go, I'm only 50. And I go, oh, I'll have the seat then. I don't want to assume someone is elderly.
But even if someone is elderly, most of the time they get offended if you say, do you want to sit down? Because they might be 80, but they might be feeling great. They might not even want that seat. And they feel offended when you say, you're pretty much saying, you're old, sit down. That is what you're saying by looking at them and offering a seat. And they know that. And then you've just, I mean, I don't know what it's like to be elderly because I'm not elderly yet. I've got a few years ahead of me.
Yet.
But I can imagine that when someone says that to you in a group of 20 other people on the train or more, they're probably like, don't call me out for being wrinkly.
I don't need your pity.
Exactly. That's how I imagine it. So it's a tough game. It really is. You just never know.
I hate it. Oh, would you like my seat? Oh, no, don't worry. Thank you, but I'll stand.
And then you just sit there
and then
like,
everyone else is going, oh, I'll have your seat. Yeah. Like, no! I offered it to this one person. Then I feel like I'm being judged even more because people are going, I would really like that seat.
Yeah. But you can't turn to someone who looks the same age as you and be like, oh, do you want this seat?
Hey, Tom, you want this?
Then it just gets difficult. So, you have to pick and choose. You really do.
I really struggle with that.
But that's even if you look up in the start. I usually just try not to look at other people on the train. It's this eye contact, this unspoken rule that you just don't make eye contact.
Just don't make eye contact. Just don't look up.
Just don't look up.
I always thought commuting wouldn't be as bad as it is.
I thought everyone was exaggerating. It doesn't start you off right for the day, does it really?
No, and if you've had a stressful day at work and you have to get home again.
I know.
Oh, God. Trains are delayed all the time, and that really does get to me.
It annoys everyone. It's just a well-known thing. Even if you don't commute into work and you just have to get a random train during the day for whatever reason it's delayed, it just disrupts your whole day, and you're like, God damn it, I had my shit together. Southwestern Trains, why did you not have your shit together?
So there were train delays about a month ago, and I text my boss. I was like, hey, not sure if I'll be able to get in. Train delays. I was expecting his response to be, that's fine, work from home, or that's fine, come in when you can. You're like, no, you've got to be in.
Why?
And I went, what? I can't! I physically can't get in!
I'll fly.
I was like, what? He replied with, replacement buses are around. I was like, what?
Are you joking? Did he recommend a bus?
He said replacement buses are running because they are.
Right.
And then he also said, like, everyone else is in the same position. It'd be great if you could come in. I went, okay. I got in an hour and a half late. Oof. Because everyone else is trying to take the same train, same buses, same planes,
Did
same
everyone
trams.
turn up late though in your office?
Oh, the people who took my route did, yeah.
Right. Okay, so it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna stop off at Starbucks and just pretend.
I
that
wish.
The bus
I should have
late.
gone for breakfast.
You should have. You could have really milked that. I reckon he would have got over it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But it was really bad. I hated it. Trains were packed. Never before I've ever got so close to a man.
It's personal space. Everyone has their personal space and their boundaries, and everyone would wish that they have like this bubble around them that stops people invading your space. As soon as you get onto that train, you just need to let it go.
Talking about personal spaces. Have you seen people who are on the train with bikes?
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. It's just an inconvenience for everyone, and especially them.
Like, it's not even the fold-up bikes. Fold-up bikes, I still dislike if I see them on the train.
Yeah,
it's just
same.
cycle to work, figure it out. But if you're on a train and you have a full-size bike that doesn't collapse, get off the train.
Yeah, use it.
Just get off the train.
You're fooling yourself.
Because other people can't stand up, sit down, get on the train because you're there with your bike.
I know.
I can't get on because your bike's in the way.
It's just selfish.
It really irritates me. I don't understand how that's okay.
I don't know, Tom. I don't know. I can't tell you. But do you know what else really annoys me?
Adult scooterers.
No, I commend them.
Really?
They're okay.
Not on the train.
Not on the train. Okay, I will give people the benefit of the doubt in this circumstance. But I do think people could be more aware on the train for small people, okay? And let me tell you why. So, I get on the train and I try to either be the first person to get onto the train or the last person to get onto the train. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because the train is so packed that there's only a certain amount of people who can hold onto a rail.
Yeah.
Okay? And because I'm so small, if I end up in the middle of the train, I am not tall enough to reach those top rails. So if I end up in the middle of the train, I cannot stand for 20 minutes. And I look around at all of these men that are really tall, women that are really tall, standing around the edge of the train, but they can also reach the top. And I'm like, God damn it, can you not see that I am struggling here? I'm literally falling into everyone. Yeah. Move over, you stand in the middle and reach the top because I can't.
Do you think you should be offered a seat?
I'm just going to stare at people like...
Stare them down. I'm sure I need your seat. So talking about like the bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you been on the trains where there's clearly a guy trying to impress his friend, girl, whoever, and he just goes, I'm going to do some pull-ups on the train.
Oh, it's just
Don't do pull-ups on the train!
It's just embarrassing.
I've never done a pull-up on a train because I can't do a pull-up.
Yes,
but
it's not a problem for you.
What do you gain from doing a pull-up on a train?
I don't know, because everyone else is just looking at you like, please stop.
What are you doing?
They either just don't care. Most people just don't care, like, cool, you're just being weird and nice. And other people are just like, oh, it's just cringe.
I was on a train yesterday, and the guy's going, yeah, it's really important to do pull-ups to his mate, and his mate's like, yeah, that's what I always say. And they're both doing pull-ups on a train. Just don't do it.
Yeah. It's just no.
I don't understand what you gain from it.
Nothing.
Do they think people on the train going, oh, I wish I was them?
Look at their biceps.
Look at how fit they are doing pull-ups wherever they can.
I wonder if they've ever picked a girl up from doing that.
I'd be impressed if they did. But it's always guys. You never see girls going, oh, it's important to do your pull-ups where you can.
Oof. Yeah. Well...
I've never.
No, I haven't, but I have seen girls pick arguments with their other halves on the train.
Because they're not doing pull-ups?
No.
Why aren't you doing pull-ups like him? Look how much fitter he is than you.
I have seen quite a few girls who have got annoyed at their partners for whatever reason, and they choose to pick the argument or talk about the topic of why they're annoyed on the train in front of everyone, as if no one else can hear them. But that's just not the case. Everyone is listening into that conversation because it's fucking funny. And that poor bloke is just standing there like, oh, for God's sake, and kind of like looking up at everyone like, oh dear, I'm in the
You're making a scene, Karen.
Yeah, can you just stop? And then they're just like, we'll just talk about it later. And that just gets Karen even more pissed off because she's like, we won't talk about it later, we'll talk about it now.
And it's getting you pissed off because you can't see this entertainment anymore.
Exactly.
Don't wait till you get home. I want to watch. I want to be entertained.
Come on, Fred. Come on. Join in with Karen.
Entertain me.
Yeah, that is funny.
I've never seen that. However, have you seen people crying on the train?
Yes, and you just don't know
what
what to
do.
You don't know them, but you're like in such a tight space for that amount of time. Oh, should I, lean out and
I brought this up at
pat
work.
them?
There was a girl crying on my train the other day.
Yeah.
What do? They go, did you offer her a tissue?
But what if you don't have a tissue?
Well, I did. But the point is, if I just go up to her and go, well, like a tissue, she'd be like, no. I can see she's upset. I don't know what she's upset about. I don't desperately want to get involved. It's a very London thing. People are upset. Don't get involved. Keep your head down. She'll be fine. She'll figure it out. And everyone's just trying to avoid eye contact, turning their music up to silence her tears. But it was just so awkward. I was like, should I say you're all right?
The thing is, if you do that, then you're just drawing more attention to it, because then people are like, oh, why is that guy going over to her and she's looking at him funny? She might be more embarrassed and get more flustered if someone comes up to her and goes, are you okay? And like brings attention to it.
But do you think it would be better if a girl came up to her?
No, if I was crying on the train, I wouldn't want anyone to come up to me.
Really?
Yeah. What are you going to say? Oh, look, explain my whole life story about why I'm crying. I don't think anyone wants to do that.
I just stumbled. I was just like,
I just didn't do anything.
No, of course
Classic
not.
Londoner.
I just looked away.
Just thought, oh, I could. Oh, no, do you know what? I'm not.
I turned up my music.
Do you know what's worse? When people throw up on the train.
I thought you said when you joined in crying. You saw her crying, so you joined in.
Just made me so sad.
Everyone started crying. The train got pulled out of circulation because everyone was...
emotional.
Train driver was crying, couldn't focus. Throwing up.
When people throw up on the train, and okay, I'm going to put my hands up and say I have done it.
Okay.
I have. Mm-hmm. Not at 8 a.m. or 6 p.m. on my work commute.
Nice.
But on a night out, I have been that person.
That's disgusting. On the train, did you have a bag?
Yeah, but oh, Tom, it was
no. Did it go on the train?
So it was after.
Oh, Anya.
Okay, it was. God, this is so revealing. But we're going to talk about it because I'm sure I'm not alone. So,
I'm sure you are.
Story time with Anya. So I was on a night out. Mm-hmm. I went to Burger King before I got on my train. It's a smart move, sober yourself up. And I got the paper bag, which the fast food comes in, and I get on the train and I eat it. And about 15 minutes into the journey, once I'd finished my nuggets and chips and
good choice
and my Diet Coke, I was feeling worse for it, and I was like, oh, this is not good. That was not a good idea, eating that. I think I'm going to be sick. There was 2 other people on this train, but they were like sat in front of me, like 2 rows in front of me, so they can't see me. It's fine. No one's behind me. And I was like, well, I've got a bag here. I can throw up into it.
It's a paper bag.
But it's a paper bag.
It's a paper bag.
It's a paper bag. And I didn't realise in my drunk mind, I've got a bag. It's great. No, 2 minutes after I was sick, guess what? I'm not
Did it
even
go straight through?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Did it go on your feet?
It didn't go on my feet because I put it on, I put it on the seat next to
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry for those cleaners, but I was going to pick the bag up to put it in the bin on my way out.
Oh, my God.
And the bag is no longer a bag, it's just a hole.
It's just a tube.
Yeah. And people in front of me were like, are you okay? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm great.
So the people got involved?
People got involved, yeah.
See, there are nice people that get involved.
Yeah, but I was embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to know. I was trying to discreetly throw up. Clearly.
Do you know what's more embarrassing than that?
What?
I was once on a train, not drunk, not ill, and a woman comes up to me and goes, are you okay? Do you need a bag? And I went, oh, sorry, what? She goes, are you going to throw up? I was like, A, offensive. B, I'm absolutely fine, thank you very much. But what made her come over to me and say, you look ill?
Did you look in the mirror afterwards and check yourself
yeah, but
out?
I thought I looked normal.
Right?
I thought I looked normal.
See, yeah, this is why people just shouldn't get involved. Unless someone is so intoxicated, unable to physically help themselves, then you should help them.
I think I still wouldn't get involved. You just don't know if they're going to be aggressive, they're going to be confused.
It's just a very touchy subject, but yeah, don't get involved.
Do you have any more issues, Anya?
People breathing.
All right, I'm listening.
It annoys me so much. I cannot begin to tell you when you're standing on a train and someone's standing within... Stop it. It's disgusting. It really upsets me. When you're on that train and you're about a head's width away from someone else because you're all sardined onto a little tube, and someone is breathing super loudly and you're just like, shut the fuck up. Honestly, no one needs to listen to you breathing. We can all do it. It's not funny. It's not clever. You're not special.
Funny. Don't breathe.
Also, when people have headphones and the noise leaks, they've got their music turned up really loudly and you just hear this tinny beat in the background. You're
I'm not getting involved with this one.
This is you.
This is probably
This
me.
annoys you so much, especially Apple headphones are awful. Everyone that has Apple headphones, realise that I can hear every song. If you're trying to listen to Nicki Minaj Starships discreetly at 9 a.m. in the morning, you're not, because everyone else can hear it too and thinks that you're a weirdo and you shouldn't be listening to that.
Nicki Minaj Starships, I listen to Aaron Carter and repeat. Whole journey in, let's go.
Nah, I'm more West Class 7, me.
Really? On the way into work?
No, I'm definitely not that happy at that time of morning. I'm definitely not a morning person.
See, I'm in two spaces about listening to music on the way in. So I either I listen to a podcast on the way in, or I listen to music. But recently, I've just begun not listening to anything. That irritates me so much.
What, not listening? Because then you can hear people breathing.
I hear people breathing, and I can just hear everyone else's music. Everyone's shuffling along. People going, oh, I don't want to go to work. So I don't want to go to work either, but I'm still here. It's just the worst. But then if you do have headphones in, so I'm one of those people who has their music on loud.
Yeah.
If I have my headphones in and then I hear just over my headphones, now I have to take my headphones out to hear what the train conductor's saying.
Yes.
And I've missed the important bit anyway.
Yes. And usually, okay, I'm going to put this out there, usually the train conductors have nothing useful to say. They can't tell you anything that you don't already know. If your train has stopped, it is most probably because there's another train on the platform that you're trying to get into. No one needs to know that. Everyone already knows. And the train conductors get really passionate about having the power of speaking to these hundreds of people that are on the train, and they go on for far too long. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a lovely day. So, we're heading into London Bridge now, and I just wanted to wish you guys a happy morning. And
I like
shut up!
No, I have nothing against that. I think it's good to get that message. My friend's dad's a train driver. You like the story. We were all on the train once, and the train conductor said, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you've had a great day. Sarah, I will see you at home. And her face just dropped. She was like, oh, God. Like, she's not the only Sarah, so everyone's like, oh, that's a bit weird.
Who's Sarah?
But Sarah was just like, what? Oh, Dad, no.
But no one knows it's her. Like, she could have played that off really cool. Your heart's going to drop inside. You're going to think everyone's looking at me. But if you play it cool...
Who's Sarah? Am I right?
Who?
What? Oh,
What?
I loved that. But no, if the train conductor goes, and I have to take my headphones on, and he goes, we're just going to wait here for regulation. I'm like... Just don't.
Just go.
I understand why it happens. Sometimes a train runs early. We just get to where we're going early, okay?
Yeah.
Don't stop to get back onto timetable.
Yeah.
Just carry on going.
Especially when you put into a platform 2 minutes early and you have to wait there
For 2 minutes,
and no one else is getting on the train. No one. Okay. Everyone's got on the train.
No, I'm going to play devil's advocate for this.
Right.
If I missed the train because it was 2 minutes early, I would be livid.
Yeah, to be fair, I would.
But if I was on that train and it stopped for 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, just go.
See, everyone is just so totally selfish. Commuting, you've just got to look out for number one.
I
That's
always
all
do.
you can do. It is a battle. It's difficult. It is difficult, but you've just got to look after yourself because it's a minefield of many characters and many adventures, and you're gonna have fun. But
No, you're not gonna have fun. No, traveling is not fun. If you're going somewhere with your friends, let's say you're going on holiday with your friends, that's fun. I'm on board with that. If you're going to work at 7 a.m, you're not having fun, pal. I'm just going to throw this out there. Okay. You're going to be depressed. You're going to get to work being even more depressed. You're going to leave work being happy that you're going home.
Yeah.
Then you get on a busy train because it's rush hour.
Yeah.
And you're back to being depressed.
Yeah, you've definitely done that for me.
Sorry, kids. You're not going to have a good time.
But you're all in it together.
No. You don't care about other people's depression. I'm thinking about number one.
Okay, just look out for yourself. And bring a pair of headphones. Look out for you're gonna need it.
Look out for yourself and Tom. If you see me on the train, you give me your seat, okay? You turn your music down. You chuck your bike off the train.
You don't look ill.
Don't offer me bags. God.
Good.
It's no one's fault that the trains are like this. The point is, I don't like the trains being like this.
No one likes the trains being like this. But it is what it is. It's a part of adulthood. It's a part of a new chapter. It's just a shitty journey into the new chapter.
We are absolutely blessed with the train system that we have. It's just that I have these first world issues that irritate me.
We all do.
I'm happy to be in a position where I can get A to B, no issue, pay a fortune, but no issue.
Yeah.
But that's it. If you're going to travel in London, just be wary of what may be. Whether it be people breathing, which I think is just a thing Anya's got an issue with.
It's not just me out there. I'm not crazy.
She's crazy. But if you're going to cycle to work, don't bring a bike on the train. But thank you for listening, everyone.
Yeah. It has been a journey.
Boo!
So guys, if you have anything which pisses you off about the train that we haven't discussed today, or we have and you just want to add to the discussion and the angst and the venting,
or fight me, tell me how I'm wrong,
fight me, exactly, then you can head over to our Twitter at WeAreAudioBox. Follow us on Instagram at WeAreAudioBox.
Convenient.
Yes.
Nice. Only one name to remember. I've been Tom.
I've been Anya.
And tune in next week where we have another thing for Tom to shout about.
See you next week for another episode. Bye.
Bye.